On Wednesday, the shooting happened, and now here we are Friday, and emotional moments in court as the charges were read. And these are as serious as they come. The father, Colt Gray, facing 2 counts of second-degree murder, 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter, and 8 counts of cruelty to children. The total maximum punishment, 180 years behind bars. The judge read him his rights, asking a few questions. He appeared shaken, rocking back and forth in his chair.
How old are you, Mr. Gray?
54.
And are you able to read and write and understand the English language without any difficulty?
Yes, sir.
How far did you go in school?
11th grade GED.
Some of the family members of the victims sitting in that front row as the judge spoke to the defendants. 4 people died in this shooting, 2 teachers and 2 students. 9 were injured. All are recovering now. As for the son, 14-year-old Colt Gray, he is facing 4 counts of felony murder, but because he is under 18 years old, he will not face the death penalty. NewsNation's Elizabeth Pran is outside the courthouse in Georgia with the very latest. What's the next step now in this case?
Yeah, so there's actually going to be, we have some breaking news for you. The district attorney, Brad Smith, just took to the microphones and he basically said that there's going to be additional charges that Colt will be facing. The charges that he faces right now do not address those who were injured. As you know, there are a number of people still in the hospital, 6 specifically shot, 9 injured, 1 teacher, 8 students. They are all still receiving treatment, but he has not been charged for that. He also went into some of the nuances of the felony murder charges, specifically saying in the state of Georgia, there's a higher burden of proof. It pertains to the endangerment, the heinous crime when it comes to a child. I want to play a bit of sound for you here, and you can hear from the district attorney himself. He's been practicing for well over 2 decades, and he hasn't actually tried this second-degree murder charge. Here he is.
I know there will be additional charges for Colt because we never addressed the other victims. There may be, I cannot say, for Colin until we get the investigation completed.
So as you see there, very, very fluid. We will be back to square one when those charges are filed. We will have another arraignment, another first appearance for Colt. But I want to backtrack with you, Marni, because the arrest warrants have now been published, and we have more details because we've seen the arraignment of both of these men. I want to start with Colin. That was right around 9:30 Eastern time. The judge came in. You saw a piece of that. You played sound for our viewers where they asked him a number of questions. They read his rights. And then they went through quite methodically, very stoic. You can tell the justice system here, very efficient, very swift. As you mentioned, he could face up to 180 years. So if you look at those 2 felony murder charges in the second degree, each one, maximum penalty 30 years. The 4 felony involuntary manslaughter, each one 10 years. The 8 counts of cruelty to children, each one 10 years. Now, their trial date is set for both him and his son. As far as pretrial, that is December 4th at 8:30 a.m. But I want to go over some details because this is the first time that we also saw the 14-year-old, right? So we're dealing with the optics of him getting brought into the courtroom. He had handcuffs, a green shirt, khaki pants. He only answered to recognition of his name. They do have counsel right now. They will be getting new counsel this afternoon. Because he is facing charges as an adult, he does face life in prison, but very specifically, and this was also addressed by the DA, because he is under the age of 17, he is not necessarily eligible for the death penalty. We had reporters ask if there was family reaction to that, but the district attorney would not go into some of the nuances of the investigation, only that he will not be facing the death penalty. Marni?
How about the mother in all this? You've got the son and father facing charges. What do we know about her?
Yeah, this adds some complexity to the story, right? There's intense public interest in what happened, who is this person, and of course, the 2 storylines is how is the community grappling. So we're sort of setting the scene for our viewers. They can come to their own conclusions when it comes to his 43-year-old mother, Marni Gray. She's been in and out of the criminal justice system for the better half of 20 years. She has faced a litany of charges that spans across 4 counties in Georgia. Domestic violence charges, drug possession, including meth and fentanyl, property damage, civil fraud, aggravated battery of a 73-year-old woman, false imprisonment. So from the most recent charges that took place in December, she's still on probation, which prohibits her from not only seeing her former husband, Colin, but also her 14-year-old son, Colt. According to social media, they've been separated since 2022. And as I as you can understand, she does not have custody of her children.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.